Good morning, Cypress Village residents. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Chat. This is Ty Morgan, Executive Director, and today is Friday, March 31st, end of March. Beautiful weather, a lot of great things going on around the village. Thank you for tuning in today. As usual, you're going to hear from all of the different departments, bringing you up to speed with everything that's going on around the village. And then I'm going to wrap it up with just a couple final items to wrap up this Coffee Chat agenda. So again, thank you all for tuning in and enjoy today's episode. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, this is Laurel Mundell, Director of Administrative Services. Glad to see that the building is still standing after me being off last week, so thank you all for being on your best behavior. But it was a great week with family, and then my husband and I were able to celebrate our 6-year wedding anniversary, which I know we're just babies in comparison to some of you out there on to your 60th wedding anniversary. So give me some tips, because 6 years feels like a lot already. But we're doing good and had a good time. So for a few announcements, after speaking with the concierge team, they've let me know that our one guest suite, it's been booked out pretty much until May, but we did have a few instances recently where folks had reserved the suite and then canceled the reservation day of the reservation. And since we only have one right now, it's very important that if it's going to be used, that there are actually people in it. So we have decided to initiate a cancellation fee for the guest suite. If anyone cancels their reservations within 24 hours of the reservation, they will still have to pay 100% of their reservation costs. And keep in mind, it's $125 a night. If they cancel within 72 hours, that will be a 50% cancellation fee, so 50% of the cost of the entire reservation. So please keep that in mind when you're booking for your loved ones, and if they do have to cancel, let us know right away so that we can make sure it's filled up again with someone else, because it is a hot commodity. A new email address that we have available to residents to use and staff as well when you're planning your events. If you ever need to get in touch with the catering department or any of the folks that are involved in making an event here successful, please email events@cypressvillageretirement.com. Events, sorry, S on that, plural, at cypressvillageretirement.com. And you'll get the whole team from dining to housekeeping, maintenance, and security as well, just to make sure we know for parking purposes. And speaking of parking, thank you all so much for your cooperation and your patience while we were working on repaving the A Tower parking lot. The company surprised us they brought out all their forces. If you saw the trucks coming out that day, you saw, I think, the whole city of Jax, anything that had to do with asphalt, they were out that day, and they did an incredible job knocking it all out in one day so that it didn't cause too much disruption for us, which was fantastic and very considerate. But with that, because they did it all in one day, they're actually going to have to come back and do a second coat of paint somewhere in the near future. It'll probably be a few months out. But I just want to let you know that because they did it all the same day, asphalt actually needs a little bit more time to cure before it can, the paint will actually stay on it. They went ahead and marked it for a temporary, like I said, the next few months. But it will start to erode. This is what I hear from the chemicals in the asphalt, so we'll have to do another touch-up in a few months. But at least we know how it all worked, and we have a game plan, and so it'll probably be even smoother and easier for everyone next time around. But I want to give a huge shout out to Dave Green, who was here before the crack of dawn, before the sun was up, to make sure things are going smoothly, as well as the entire security team who was out there directing traffic and just helping out with anything that any issues that arose outside. So many thanks to everyone who participated in making that a success. And I hope the A Tower residents notice all of the new handicap spaces that we've marked as well in the orange lot. So we're hoping that that will help as well to accommodate those who actually who would benefit from having a closer spot to the building. And then stay tuned if you notice that loading dock area that's directly outside of the entrances, that area wasn't touched by this particular project. And rather than having the asphalt pavement, it actually has like a concrete pavement instead. So that'll be a project for a different day. But I do know many of you were like, why do we have that van accessible parking spot there when it could, fit a short-term parking? I hear you. That just wasn't part of this particular project, but we will see what we can do moving forward about potentially adding another loading spot out there. That's my desire, at least. We just need to make sure that it aligns with the operation and that we're not going to cause too much disruption there with all the delivery trucks that need to come in. And then just want to remind you all that we still have the car wash and detailer who comes on site. Their next appointment, or their next day that they'll be here for service, is April 3rd, so this coming Monday. And then after that, they'll be here on April 17th. So if either of those days work for you, please see the concierge team, call them, email, visit in person. Sign up for whatever package you would like, let them know where you're parked, what vehicle is yours, and they'll make sure you're added to their service list for those days. And then last but certainly not least, the safety presentation that we all had mentioned a couple weeks back. Unfortunately, there was a double booking in Egret Hall that day. There was just a lot going on. So we're rescheduling that for sometime in April. But, April 6th, we'll have that safety presentation. So we'll make sure that it's not only in the newsletter for activities, but we'll send out a text message reminder as well, just to make sure you're all aware. And the reason we couldn't reschedule it this week was because actually our own Marcus Dickey, security manager, is getting married. He's getting married to, if you remember, Jennifer O'Neill. She was our dispatcher and maintenance for a long time, well loved by all the residents. They actually met here after I hired him, and they fell in love, got engaged, and are getting married this week. So we want to wish them all the congratulations in the world. And he'll be off on his honeymoon early next week. So wish him well. I'm trying to leave him alone. And thanks to Ivan for holding down the fort in his absence. So I hope you all have a great weekend. If you have any questions, you can reach out. And I hope you have a great one. I'll see you around the village.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy coffee chat. A couple updates from the maintenance department. First off, the parking lot, the A parking lot and employee parking lot went very well Tuesday. Shout out to Duval Asphalt and Yellow Dog Striping. They got the whole thing done in one day. It was quite the story. They called me on Monday, said they needed another day, but they would be happy. I said, okay. So they showed up with an unbelievable amount of people and trucks, and they got it done. It was amazing if you were watching. So very happy with that. We will have another, in about 2 months, we'll have another time we're going to have to clear out the parking lots, because then we have to permanently stripe it. What's down there now is just temporary until the new asphalt cures, and then we can actually stripe it permanently. So that'll be in about 2 months. More will come with that. It will only take one day and probably not even the whole day. So it'll be moving cars. It'll just be a little bit of a fire drill. So we'll get that taken care of. Everything will look good. I know some of the yellow parking spots were not continued into the employee one, and we'll make changes as necessary when we restripe it that in a couple months. Mulch is going well. The pile on Middleton Park West is shrinking, then gets bigger and then shrinks again. They still got 2 more streets to do at least. Like I said, it's going slow because they only have 1 crew doing it, and then they're trying to knock out more on Fridays. So that's going well. Next week we'll be back on pressure washing. You should have a thing in your mailbox, a flyer telling you one day you're going to be getting done. CJ and Josh will be putting that out early next week. And the service elevator is still out for bid. The good thing is I'm getting bids from Otis and other elevator companies, so I don't have to go back with Mallory. But that will be a corporate decision in the long run once we get all the prices in. So we're working on that as fast as we can because we know it's inconvenient. But we had an issue with the D elevator, residents saying it wasn't big enough, blah, blah, blah. We measured it, and we measured the service elevator, and they are exactly the same depth and height. So anything that would have fit in the service elevator can fit on the D right side. If you're moving something big, that's where we'll have to go until the service elevator is back up. That's all I got this weekend. Have a great day.
Good morning, villagers. Lisa Drew, your CLS director here, coming to you on the last Friday of March. And today is the youngest day of the rest of your life. Okay, so a few updates. Tonight, in case you didn't see it on the calendar, the 7 o'clock music was moved to 5. So Lorna Greenwood will be here at 5 o'clock. We will do our best to open the doors so that there can be some interaction between Loon's Nest while you guys are eating and drinking your happy hour. And that's so that we can accommodate the visual arts group who will be coming in at 6 o'clock or maybe a little before to hang the art show, which is Saturday. So the art show is Saturday the 1st. We had to move that to accommodate the doors, which aren't happening now until next month. But in any case, the art show opening is Saturday, April 1st, no joke, from 2 to 4 in Egret Hall. So be sure to come out and support your fellow artists from Cypress Village. Then on Sunday, we have our Easter egg hunt and party for family, residents, friends. So come on out and meet us on the green at the boathouse at 3 o'clock. The Easter egg hunt will start at 3:30. We've got 580 eggs stuffed with candy. So bring your little ones and we will see you there. This week there's no line dancing, just a reminder for you who line dance Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. However, if you want to get together in the OMR and do it yourself, I saw some of you doing the electric slide not too long ago, so you're welcome to use the room if you want to still get together and dance. Then next week, April, you asked to go to Adventure Landing and play miniature golf, so we are going. So check your calendar. I believe it's on Tuesday the 4th that we're going. Sign up for that. Adventure Landing is closing at some point. So if you want to get out, enjoy this beautiful weather, play some fun golf, we're going to have our own course. So we will just be Cypress Village playing on our own. We don't have to worry about playing through with other people. So it's going to be really fun. And then I want to remind you that the grief support group is back on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. I know that some of you have been meeting on your own, but this is the grief support that is arranged through resident services with Susan. So that's going to start Tuesdays at 2 p.m. And then next week we have our author talk. We have a lot of writers here at Cypress Village. So we are starting a new monthly program called Author Talk. And the first one will be Nancy Blanton. She's a kind of a new resident. She'll be talking on the 6th. She writes historical fiction, primarily about Ireland. So she'll be there to talk to you about writing, the writing process, her research, and also to sell her books, the proceeds of which she's donating to the scholarship committee. And then, lastly, I just want to remind you that on the calendar, it does say events, dates, times, locations are subject to change. It's a very big community. It's a big calendar, a lot of moving pieces, most of which are human. So bear with us when we have to make a change. We are doing the best we can to bring you the best program that we can. So I want to leave you with something that I heard recently on our Heartfelt Connections seminar that we went to in Clearwater. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not get bent out of shape. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Hello everybody, it's Hector Gonzalez, just coming to you from Cypress Village, Ty Morgan's office, the famous, infamous Ty Morgan. All right, I'm going to get the bad news out of the way first, okay? and we're not transitioning chefs again. Chef John is doing a fabulous job for us. We love him. 4,600 menu, because of some of the, culinary challenges that we've had, shifting chefs, we are going to delay the new menu. I know that's not good news. It's not good news for me either. We're going to delay it until the Monday after Easter. But we want Chef John to be able to be comfortable enough in the environment, understand the skill set he has in his kitchen, and then be able to develop a menu. So it's going to be an all-new menu. It's going to be formatted differently. A lot of good, positive changes using some of Chef John's background. Easter is a one meal a day. I wanted to remind everybody, we're serving from 11 to 3. Lindsay has asked if you need reservations for parties of 5 or more to call the dining line. That's 904-807-6134. And we'll do larger parties, 5 or more, at 11 and 1. And then in AL, for families in AL, we'll take reservations at 12 and 4:30. So again, Easter is a one meal a day. We're serving from 11 to 3. Loon's Nest is closed. We received our quote for the servery. It's been approved already. I've spoke to a lot of people, and I may have said it on Coffee Chat at one point. We're redoing the back servery that's behind the buffet line, where the servers get beverages and things like that, and then back to the hotline kitchen. And what we're doing is we're setting it up, refreshing it, and setting it up so that we can execute a la carte service out of that kitchen in an organized and productive manner. So this is one of the steps that we're working through to service the residents better in that environment, get into more a la carte. So this is a big step for us. It's probably going to take about 2 weeks to refresh that area. I'm hoping it goes quicker than that. So there won't be any really disruption in service, but we're going to have to set up a mock beverage station, things like that, so that we can work out of there as the construction progresses. But that's great news. We're also putting a storage area on the other side of Loon's Nest, not up against the windows. It's hard to describe, back where the chili and the soup is basically, but further back, so that we can store some of our banquet gear, backup china, get some of the clutter out of some of our closets and banquet storeroom, things like that. So we'll have more space to store our equipment and to really just really to execute a little bit better. That's really all I have as far as updates go. I look forward to seeing everybody. Have a great weekend, and thank you very much.
Hi everybody, Susan McLean. I can't believe that April is right here among us, but here it is. And so I'm going to give you some updates for next week, the first week of April, in my little corner of Cypress Village. So on Tuesday at 2 p.m. we have the grief group that is starting back up with Sydney. That's from our mental health group. She will be leading it, and it will be in A6. Everybody's welcome, and even if you've never been to the grief group, but it's something that you would like to try, and it doesn't mean that you've had to have lost a loved one. It's any type of grief you're going through. Grief from recovering from COVID, because that was enough to cause everybody a lot of grief. If you've lost a pet or anything, or if you just need some comfort, go and join the grief group. Tuesday, 2 p.m., A6. And then this week, the delivery will be D Tower from Guardian Pharmacy. They will be there Wednesday from 9 to 1, and also they're there on Monday, so don't forget that as well. And then, the regular schedule of providers in the Wellness Center. If you have any questions about their availability, just feel free to give Chrissy a call in the Wellness Center at 807-6221. And there's also a calendar outside the Wellness Center door that has all of our providers listed and the times that they are available. And she has those calendars around the campus as well, so pick one up. And also on April 18th, we will be having the scooter evaluations. So if you've never gotten your little license from Chrissy and the physical therapy team that gives you permission to be on those little scooters here at Cypress Village, then come to the scooter eval April 18th from 10 to noon in Egret Hall. If you are due for your recertification, Chrissy will have you a flyer in your in-house mailbox that will remind you about this. Then on April 13th, we have the Wellness Center orientation at 10 a.m. So if you want to find out about all of these providers in the Wellness Center and everything that's going on in there, come down to the Wellness Center orientation, and Chrissy will fill you in on everything. She will even give you a tour of the dental office, as well as take you upstairs to our telehealth team and D250, let me get it right. And then on the 20th of this month, we have our Stay Well lecture. And as you know, April is Parkinson's Awareness Month. So we're going to feature the Big and Loud. It's going to be brought to you by Trilogy Home Health Company. So they will be there telling you all about the Big and Loud program to help those with Parkinson's to live with it and do better. So, and then we have Deb Gowen. She is available every Monday from 11:45 to 12:30 at the Fitness Center. That's B215. And she is there to help you to use the equipment the correct way. And she's also available if you want some private fitness classes with Deb, so you can talk to her about that as well. And I think that's all I have. So y'all have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next week.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Coffee Chat. Happy Friday. We're almost to the weekend. Yay, almost done with the week. So first of all, I want to apologize to everybody that I forgot last week's word of the week. I completely was so disappointed when I realized that I didn't record that part. So to this week, today you get 2 words. The first one is lo siento, which is I'm sorry for forgetting last week's word. Again, lo siento means I'm sorry. And the real word of the week for this week is mapo, which is mop in Spanish. So mop in Spanish is mapo. And we're going to keep moving forward with this. I think it's amazing. Everybody's having a great time. I love walking around the building and in the hallways and residents stopping me and saying, Lester, this is amazing. What is the word of the week this week? And I make them wait till Friday. We're having fun. We're going to be moving forward very soon with my Spanglish class. So it's going to be Spanish and English. And we're going to be doing a little more in that class, more sentences, things like that, vocabulary words. We're going to have a good time with it. I'm very excited. So thank you all who have been so supportive with this. Thank you all who love having fun with me as well. And we're going to keep on doing this. The class is going to be amazing. It's going to be for residents and employees, anybody who wants to join. So I'm very excited to announce that end of April or beginning of May, we're going to start the Spanglish class with Lester. Well, again, thank you all very much. I apologize that I forgot last week the word of the week. It won't happen again, and moving forward, we'll make sure that we get more and more. A couple of updates for the department. We are almost there to be fully staffed, which I'm so excited about. We had Josh that started with us yesterday. He is going to be doing some part-time work with us and finishing up school, and hopefully when he finishes school, he'll be moving to a full-time position with us. But in the 2 days that I've had him with us already, I can tell that he's going to be a great addition to our team, so we're excited about that, and we want more of those kind of employees that are going to come in here, be self-driven, work with their teammates, and just keep moving forward and getting better in this department to make sure we give you all the services that all of my residents deserve. We finished the dispenser installation, so now every area should have new dispensers. I apologize about that. Work doesn't stop. So we're excited that all the dispensers got changed. There was a couple of areas where we had issues with it fitting, but we're going to get a different dispenser for those areas pretty soon, and we're going to be making sure that that is fixed and we have all the new dispensers. Also, we talked about the air fresheners down the hallways. Mid-April, we're going to have new scents that are going to be amazing. They're going to smell great, and we're going to have a technician also come out here, install the new scent, and also calibrate every single equipment to make sure that they're not pushing too much smell in the building, and it's something more neutral, more soft, but also smells amazing. So thank you all again so much. I apologize, lo siento, for forgetting the word last week. Thank you all for everything. See you all around the community. Have a good weekend.
Hello, I'm back, and again, I hope everybody is enjoying today's episode and gaining a lot of knowledge and information about what's going on around the village from all of the different departments. That's always our goal here at Coffee Chat, so I hope we're accomplishing that. Today, right here in Egret Hall at 10:30, probably a little bit over an hour from now, our very own Sarah Nino will be reporting the financial results from quarter 4, 2022. So if anybody's interested in that, please come up to watch her here at Egret Hall. She does a fantastic job delivering the details of all of the financials for Cypress Village. And we actually had a very, very good quarter and very good year in 2022. Very proud of that based on all of the challenges that we had to endure. It was, I tell a lot of residents and staff members, family members, everybody I talk to, it was probably the most difficult year to operate a community or a business that I have ever endured, or we have ever endured, residents and staff. So we're glad we made it through, and we actually made it through pretty successfully. So I'm very happy about what the team had done and all the resident support. A lot of that recognition, valor, feedback that we receive, I'm telling you, goes a long way. So thank you all for doing that and continuing to doing that. Next on the list is just a reminder, we do have our floor and unit leaders meeting on Tuesday the 4th. That's also in Egret Hall, so just a reminder there, nothing more to add. We do have some personnel updates that I'm very excited to announce. First and foremost, Brittany Clark is going to be our new Assisted Living Memory Care Director. She starts effective Monday, and she brings a lot of healthcare experience to the table for us. So we are going to be putting a lot of resources and training and making sure that Brittany's onboarding and her initial experience here is very positive. There have been a lot of transitions going on up there into all of our assisted living family members, residents, and memory care. We do apologize for a lot of the changes. However, we do feel that in the very near future, the changes we're making are going to benefit the operation and the services you receive on a daily basis moving forward. So we'll be looking forward to Brittany, and we'll bring her on Coffee Chat to introduce her to the community here in the very near future. Another item I wanted to touch on, which I'm not going to do much of moving forward, but there was a little concern we had post-cruise. We had some residents that returned from the cruise that did contract COVID-19. There was, I don't want to call it an outbreak, that would be a little robust to say the least, or a little dramatic, but we did have quite a few COVID cases of residents that we did not report completely accurately, and that wasn't intentional. That was because we really did not have all of the facts. So with that being said, right now a lot of the cases that we did reference in the prior 2 weeks, those cases are now either cleared or very close to being cleared. So we're getting ourselves in a much better place. So just wanted to report that. I only know of one current case for an employee, and I don't have any updated new cases for COVID-19 for residents at the moment. So not saying we don't have any confirmed cases from prior weeks, but I do not know of any new cases at this time. We will not be reporting on COVID unless COVID is significant throughout, the neighborhood. So more to come on that if it exists. And last but not least, always my favorite part of Coffee Chat. I hope it is yours as well. See if we have any birthday residents out there today on the 31st. And I can't believe it, we don't have a birthday resident on the 31st. So let's go to April 1st, and we've got one of our new residents, Mr. Bob Marshak. Bob, happy birthday to you. On the 2nd, we've got a few. We've got my buddy, Mr. John Oberhue, Miss Marlene Russell, and Ann Gadd. Happy birthday, Ann, Marlene, and John. On the 3rd, we've got one birthday gal, and that's Miss Christina Getz. Christina, happy birthday to you. Also a great ping pong player, by the way. On the 4th, we've got Nancy Kyle. Nancy, happy birthday to you. And on the 5th, Carol Hawes and Bob Kyle, Nancy's husband. So we've got the Wildings out there that have the same birthday. And now we've got the Kyles that have a birthday one day apart. So happy birthday, Nancy, Carol, and Robert. On the 6th, one of our new residents as well, Claudia Town. Happy birthday, Claudia. And on the 7th, I'm going to wrap it up here. We've got 2 birthday residents. We've got Miss Barbara Feldman and Donald Toohey. Happy birthday to you both on the 7th. Residents, that is going to conclude another coffee chat here, virtual coffee chat here at Cypress Village. Everybody have a great Friday. Have a nice weekend. God bless you all, and we'll see you around the village. Take care. Bye-bye. Should I change my look or just same thing? All right.
Hey, y'all.
All right.
Buenos dias.
Yeah.
¿Cómo
I should do the
estás,
whole thing in
amigo?
Spanish.
Yeah.
A250? I think that's right. D250.
We've had a few naughty residents schedule guest suites and then not come.